Welcome to Let's Break It Down with Nkobi, where we tackle the big questions shaping today's world. What if remote work wasn't just a trend, but the key to unlocking your team's full potential? What if the lessons we've learned so far could help you lead smarter, collaborate better, and make the future of work thrive? Whether you're a manager, HR professional, or just curious about building a successful team in a changing world, this is your blueprint for remote work success. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more deep dives into leadership, remote work, and innovation. Click the button below, and let's explore these topics together. The rise of remote work is no longer a novelty. It's a necessity that has redefined how we think about productivity, collaboration, and work-life balance. But what have we truly learned in the years since its meteoric rise during the pandemic? Major companies like Google, Microsoft, and Tesla have shared their insights. Elon Musk, for instance, called remote work a failed experiment in a 2023 interview, emphasizing the challenges of accountability and innovation without in-person interaction. Conversely, companies like Spotify, which adopted a permanent work-from-anywhere policy in 2021, reported increased employee satisfaction and a broader talent pool. Now let's take a closer look into the global adoption rates. As of 2024, approximately 40% of the global workforce is working remotely at least part-time, marking a significant increase from pre-pandemic levels. In the United States, 35% of the workforce is working remotely full-time. This global shift represents a 140% increase in remote workers since the pandemic began. As remote work continues to evolve, different parts of the world are shaping their own approaches. Let's explore how various regions are adapting to this shift and what's driving their unique experiences. In Europe, countries like Denmark, the Netherlands, and Germany are leading the way. They've built strong infrastructure and introduced supportive policies, making remote work easier and more accessible. In Asia, India stands out. About 12.7% of employees work fully remote, and 28.2% have adopted a hybrid model. Plus, 71% of job seekers in India actively look for flexibility when choosing where to work. In Africa, the trend is growing. Remote work is especially popular in industries like technology and customer service. This growth is being driven by improved internet access and the increasing use of digital tools. In North America, the United States is at the forefront. Around 35% of the workforce now works fully remote, which is a significant change from pre-pandemic levels. Canada is also embracing flexibility, with many companies offering hybrid work arrangements. In South America, countries like Brazil are making strides. Nearly 56% of companies in the region now offer hybrid work models, blending the benefits of remote and in-office work. However, challenges like inconsistent internet access remain. In Oceania, both Australia and New Zealand are seeing success with remote work. About 40% of employees in these countries work remotely at least part-time. Strong infrastructure and supportive workplace policies are making this transition seamless. In the Middle East, the shift to remote work is happening more gradually. Countries like the UAE and Saudi Arabia are starting to adopt hybrid models, particularly in industries such as finance and technology. As a student of researcher and leader who has built and managed high-performing teams across Africa's largest financial institutions, I've seen firsthand the successes and pitfalls of remote work. Today, we blend real-world data, my research, and global insights to provide actionable strategies for business leaders, human resource professionals, and managers looking to shape the future of work. Now that we've explored global trends, let's focus on a few countries, both developed and emerging, starting with South Africa. South Africa offers a unique perspective on how remote work is evolving in emerging markets. So what does the remote work landscape look like in the country? In South Africa, the commitment to work remains strong. Michael Page Africa reports that 54% of South African professionals feel just as committed to their jobs as before, and 28% actually feel more dedicated, thanks to how companies supported their transition to remote work. It's clear that remote work has fostered a new level of commitment for many. When it comes to leadership, KPMG's Southern African 2023 CEO Outlook offers an insightful perspective. 72% of CEOs believe in bringing teams back to the office within the next 3 years. However, many also recognize the long-term benefits of hybrid work, understanding that flexibility is key to maintaining a productive, engaged workforce. This balance between in-office and remote work seems to be the future direction for many organizations. Looking at the job market, IT and tech roles continue to be at the forefront of remote work opportunities in South Africa. Business Tech highlights how these fields are expanding as digital transformation accelerates across industries. More companies are offering flexible, remote positions, making it an exciting time for professionals in these sectors. Now let's shift our focus to the USA, a country at the forefront of remote work discussions. The American workforce has been leading the charge in adapting to new work models. So how exactly is the US navigating this shift? Let's break it down. In 2024, about 35% of U.S. employees are working fully remote, with a growing number adopting hybrid work models that blend the flexibility of remote work with the collaborative benefits of in-office presence. This shift shows how organizations are recognizing the value of remote work, both for the company and the employees. When it comes to employee preferences, a PwC study found that 70% of U.S. workers prefer flexible working arrangements. In fact, many employees have noted that hybrid work models actually increase their job satisfaction. It's clear that flexibility is becoming a key factor in improving both productivity and morale. Looking at the leadership side, CEOs like Sundar Pichai, Google, and Mark Zuckerberg, Meta, have made it clear. Remote work is here to stay. However, they also emphasize the importance of hybrid work policies. In 2022, Zuckerberg stated that Meta plans to transition to a more flexible approach, allowing employees to choose how and where they work. This reflects a shift in corporate strategy, recognizing that flexibility is crucial for the future of work. Now let's head over to the United Kingdom, where the remote work story is unfolding a bit differently. With strong government backing for flexible working arrangements, the UK is making strides in shaping the future of work. So, what's influencing the remote work experience in the UK? Let's dive in. According to the UK Office for National Statistics, nearly 33% of employees in the UK worked from home at least once a week in 2024. This reflects a steady increase in the adoption of remote work across the country, with more workers seeking the benefits of flexibility. When it comes to leadership, Dido Harding, the former CEO of TalkTalk, has been an advocate for flexible work arrangements. She's highlighted how flexibility leads to increased employee satisfaction and a better work-life balance. Leaders like Harding understand that offering flexibility isn't just about convenience, it's about enhancing both productivity and employee well-being. On the government side, the UK is taking significant steps to support remote work. The Flexible Working Bill, set to become law in 2024, will give all employees the right to request flexible working arrangements. This legal framework is a game changer, ensuring that employees have the option to work remotely or adjust their working hours, making flexibility a right, not just a privilege. All of the insights we've discussed are backed by solid research and credible sources, from global studies to industry reports and academic research. If you're interested in diving deeper into these findings, be sure to check out the description box below, where I've included all the links for you. They offer more context and detailed data to support everything we've covered today. As we move forward, let's take a closer look at the 10 key pillars that form the foundation of remote work success. These pillars are essential for creating a workforce that not only adapts but thrives in the future of work. Let's explore them one by one. First up, we dive into one of the most important aspects of remote work: communication. Think about it. How can a team collaborate effectively if they're not connected? In my research, 72% of employees pointed to communication as the key to their productivity. Strong communication fosters trust and eliminates misunderstandings, and this is exactly what we need to succeed remotely. For example, during the pandemic, Google invested heavily in enhancing communication with frequent all-hands meetings and regular check-ins. It kept their teams aligned and ensured clarity even while working remotely. A global insight study by McKinsey & Company in 2024 found that 55% of companies have adopted hybrid work models, allowing employees to split their time between home and the office to maximize flexibility and collaboration. Next, we explore the importance of flexibility, but with structure as its guiding force. While the freedom to work from anywhere is fantastic, flexibility alone isn't enough. We need structure to make sure things don't fall apart. 85% of employees in my study found that flexibility was important, but their success was heavily dependent on having the right tools and resources. Global research by Gong, Chung, and Kim, 2023, showed that well-equipped teams outperform others by 20%. Take Spotify as an example. Their work-from-anywhere policy worked because it was supported by clear guidelines, tech reimbursements, and structured expectations. This isn't about adding more freedom. It's about making sure that freedom is designed for success. In the United States, 67% of firms offer work location flexibility, with 90% of firms founded since 2011 now offering flexibility. This trend is consistent among larger firms as well. Our third focus is work-life balance, drawing the line between professional and personal life. The line between work and life is easily blurred when your living room doubles as your office. In my study, 68% of employees reported struggling to unplug, leading to burnout. Similarly, Galanti et al., 2021, found that organizations that failed to establish boundaries saw declining employee well-being and productivity. To combat this, companies like Salesforce introduced wellness days and strict no-work zones to protect employees' personal time. Leaders who respect these boundaries create environments where employees feel valued and energized. When it comes to employee preferences, a survey by FlexJobs in 2023 revealed that 93% of working professionals stated that remote work positively impacts their mental health, and 90% said it has a positive impact on their physical health. Moving forward, let's talk about trust and accountability, the key to building remote team cohesion. Remote work requires trust, not micromanagement. A Harvard Business Review study, 2021, found that 76% of employees who felt trusted by their managers were more engaged, while 50% reported being more productive. Elon Musk, however, criticized remote setups for lacking accountability. In a 2022 Tesla memo, he stated that employees must return to the office because innovation requires physical presence. Whether Musk's approach resonates or not, the message is clear. Trust must be balanced with accountability frameworks like clear KPIs and regular performance reviews. When it comes to organizational impact offering, remote work options has led to a 25% decrease in employee turnover, as workers are more likely to stay with employers who provide flexibility. Fifth, we shift to leadership in remote settings, adapting to new styles for a new era. Leading a remote team is a different ballgame. Traditional command and control styles often fail in virtual environments. McKinsey, 2022, reported that 70% of successful remote teams had leaders who prioritized empathy, adaptability, and results over rigid control. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella shared in 2021 how empathy became a cornerstone of his leadership during the shift to remote work, fostering trust and collaboration. As a leader, I've found that creating open channels for feedback and celebrating achievements, no matter how small, builds morale and cohesion, even in remote setups. Leadership trends also reveal that hybrid work increases job satisfaction, engagement, and commitment. Employees value working from home as much as an 8% pay increase, with those in tech and finance valuing it up to 11%. Now, we dive into technological proficiency, the tools and skills powering the digital workspace. When it comes to remote work, technology isn't just something we use, it's the backbone of everything we do. To keep things running smoothly, employees need access to the right tools, collaborative software, and the training to make the most of them. For example, Statista reported a 30% increase in efficiency for companies that invested in digital upskilling for their teams. Tools like Microsoft Teams, Zoom, and project management platforms such as Trello and Asana have truly revolutionized how we collaborate, especially in a remote setup. Here in South Africa, companies like MTN and Discovery are leading the way with digital transformation strategies to make sure their teams are well-equipped to succeed in hybrid and remote environments. The seventh foundation is cybersecurity awareness, protecting digital assets in a remote world. With remote work, cybersecurity risks definitely rise. Employees working from home often use unsecured networks, which makes organizations more vulnerable to breaches. That's why building a culture of cybersecurity awareness and investing in secure IT infrastructure is so important. A 2023 global survey showed that 43% of cyber attacks target remote workers, which highlights the need for secure systems. South African companies like Dimension Data have been proactive, providing training on phishing scams and data protection to help keep their remote teams safe. Next, we highlight employee well-being, supporting mental and physical health for better outcomes. It is no surprise that the eighth pillar is crucial. One of the biggest challenges of remote work is how it can blur the boundaries between work and personal life. This can easily lead to burnout. So organizations that focus on their employees' well-being see better engagement and higher productivity. For instance, Salesforce introduced wellness days and flexible hours to boost team morale and support mental health, and it's made a big difference. In South Africa, Michael Page Africa found that 28% of South African employees felt even more committed to their work because their employers provided extra support during the remote transition. Wellness programs like virtual fitness classes and mental health counseling are helping companies retain talent and keep their teams energized. Our ninth focus is performance metrics, creating clear paths to success without micromanagement. Setting clear performance metrics is crucial for remote work. It's all about accountability without micromanaging your team. Whether it's project delivery timelines, the quality of work, or client satisfaction, these metrics help you track success. Take Google, for example. They use OKRs, objectives and key results, to track performance and ensure teams are aligned. Similarly, some South Africa's companies uses a performance review framework that focuses on results, not just how many hours employees work. A 2024 Gartner survey found that 68% of companies that adopted clear performance metrics for remote work saw a boost in team productivity. Finally, we conclude with continuous learning, fostering growth and innovation for the future. Remote work gives employees a great opportunity to upskill and reskill through online learning platforms. Companies that invest in professional development have more engaged employees and see higher job satisfaction. LinkedIn Learning reported a 200% increase in enrollments for remote employees taking courses in project management, leadership, and digital tools. In South Africa, companies like Naspers are offering their remote teams free access to online courses, ensuring that their workforce stays competitive and prepared for future challenges. What's next for remote work? Let's dive into some projections and explore where this trend is headed. As we've seen, remote work is not just a temporary shift. It's here to stay. But what does the future hold for remote work? Let's look at some key projections and insights into where this trend is heading in the next decade. Hybrid work models. By 2030, 70% of companies globally will adopt hybrid work models, combining remote work with in-office collaboration. Source: Gartner 2024. Digital transformation. By 2025, 40% of companies will integrate virtual reality and augmented reality into their remote workflows. Source: Gartner. Employee preferences. 68% of employees will expect flexible work as the norm by 2027, making it a key factor for talent retention. Source: McKinsey 2024. Global workforce shifts. By 2027, remote work is expected to reduce 20% of office space requirements, reshaping the future of workplace design. Source: International Workplace Group 2024. Bringing it all together, remote work isn't just a trend. It's a redefinition of how collaboration, productivity, and human connection are approached. What we've explored today provides a framework for navigating these complexities. Clear communication, structured flexibility, well-defined boundaries, trust, and empathetic leadership. Final thoughts. The future of remote work will be shaped by how well organizations adapt to new challenges and opportunities. Leaders and HR professionals can reshape the future of work by fostering connection, empowering their teams with the right tools, and prioritizing employee well-being. These strategies aren't just ideas. They're essential for success in today's workplace. If you found value in this discussion, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you'll stay updated on our latest episodes, packed with actionable insights and strategies. Let's keep learning and breaking it down together.